Yo, what up? What up? Good morning, GMG. Oh. Wednesday. I don't like Wednesdays. It's kind of random, you know? Oh, hey, Wednesday. Anyways, Wednesday. You know what I mean? Like,
it's something. You're supposed to love Wednesday halfway through the week.
You like Wednesdays? I like Thursdays. Thursdays, like, it's lit. Friday, I'm exhausted. Saturday, Sunday's fun. Monday's great. I don't know. Maybe I'm a Tuesday minimalist. I don't know. Maybe I'm bearish on Wednesdays. I'm bearish on Wednesday. But I'm bullish on today. I got Wednesday, August 14th, 2024. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. Another busy AF day over here. Holy shit. I got my co-host in the house. Mando's on the way, but Tyler's over here. Tyler, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Sun's shining, beautiful weather here in Chicago, and markets. Some pockets of this market are starting to come alive again. It's been quiet. The majors are chopping, but there's a few sectors doing okay. So some excitement is building. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good. If you're gonna tell me that NFTs are back with the 0.5% pump, don't even get started. I saw this today, and I'm just like, man, motherfuckers were tweeting about Bitcoin breaking out at 61K. I have my indicators now. I know exactly who my counter trades are, and I think I'm gonna try putting it to work. But if you're on here to tell me that NFTs are back, when apes are trading at 10 ETH, spare me.
So back. The most back, the backest they've ever been.
It just makes me laugh because this morning I saw the screenshots and then the whole market got slapped back down before the show, and I was laughing to myself because there's this one trader that always posts the same chart every time Bitcoin's like sees a pump, and every time, like 5 seconds later, kid you not, there's a $2,500 candle down since he posted this thing. We need Mando to pull up in the shirt.
We had the shirt candle yesterday. Yeah,
we got a shirt candle. Yes, motherfucker better fucking be wearing a shirt. Honestly, I saw that guy post. I literally closed my Solana longs, just like break even slightly, and thank God it did. so I tried getting back into the leverage game, and I was like, yeah, never mind. Let's not get into that game during the chop. But anyway, so that was the show today. Yeah, exactly. The other show today. Market report as usual, crypto, macro, all that good stuff. We had CPI, we had PPIs of all those numbers. We thought the numbers were good. Hold on, who sold? Jesus Christ. Anyways, we had these numbers. We thought they were okay. Turns out they're maybe not so okay. But we'll see what happens there. Tyler's top 1,000, and then last but not least, that's it. We'll give $100 to someone. Oh yeah, we'll have a agree to disagree or agree or disagree tweet today, and then we'll give $100 to someone who's listening live. So we'll just quickly like stop my finger on someone and just send you $100 if you have a Robit account. And it's that simple. So anyways, we'll get to Mando after as soon as he's back. I know he had 10 minutes delay. So Tyler, what do you got for us today?
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler D on FOMO Hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears. Yeah, it's a rocky morning. So crypto majors were up 4% pre-CPI. The CPI print came in mostly in line with expectations. The numbers was a tick under expectations. Apparently, market didn't like it. Majors are selling off now. Bitcoin back at 59K. It was over 61 when I woke up. So a little bit of volatility there. Same with stocks. Stocks have flipped to red on the morning as well. In other headlines, Coinbase teased BTC as a wrapped Bitcoin alternative coming to base. Now, this comes just a week after the wrapped Bitcoin FUD from BitGo and Justin Sun was circulating last week. So interesting timing there. Stable coins on Solana up $1 billion over the last 3 weeks, largely driven by PYUSD, PayPal stablecoins growth over that time. We saw Portal. Remember Portal? They launched Portal Pay on Arbitrum. Shout out to Arbitrum, furthering their mission to build cross-chain payment rails to unite Web3 gaming. And then we got some breaking news this morning. I think this is actually big, perhaps the biggest news of the day. Metamask has launched their first ever crypto debit card, allowing people to spend directly from their MetaMask self-custody wallet. So a lot to unpack there. In memes, meme coin majors have flipped to red on the day. Most are down 1% to 2%. Ken, Billy, Giga, and Flog were notable leaders. We got some wild news out of Giga. We'll have to come back to that later on in the show, but that was a fun headline. We saw Pump record highest ever revenue day, over $5 million. Again, tied to that Trump and Elon conversation. A based token launched with everyone holding those base introduced NFTs. They're eligible for 25,000 tokens. That based coin, over $4 million market cap. And then MarginFi, they launched their Arena product where users can now go long or short any tokens on Solana, including meme coins. And NFTs, hey, looking good across chains here this morning. Green across the board. ETH NFT leaders up about 5 to 15% this morning. Rune leaders up even more. RSIC, Bonk, Pups, Billy up in the 30 to 50% range. So some nice comebacks there. D-Gods are crushing it over on Solana, up 19% at 31. And a little bit of a fun, perhaps not so fun headline. Kevin Rose, everyone's favorite NFT founder. He's back, and he's launching a paid Substack tied to tech, health, and wellness. So check that out if you're interested. There's a lot to unpack from that list there, Farokh.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack over here. I mean, we'll keep the market stuff with for when, Mando talk comes, so you guys can go back and forth about it. But where do you want to start? I mean, there's some pretty big news. I mean, we all wanted a MetaMask token. All you got now is a debit card so you can spend all your crypto. So tell me.
Yeah. I mean, this is, we're not getting the token. We're getting the debit card.
I mean, it's not bad. We'll take that, I guess, for mass, for when it comes to to show that money, crypto can be money and whatnot. But tell me more about this partnership.
Yes, they just launched it here this morning. The news is about an hour old. It is their first MasterCard debit card. I believe it is branded as the MetaMask card. They have built it and are launching it in partnership with MasterCard and the Bonks group. It's going to run on Linea, the Linea network.
Oh yeah, because it's a consensus software, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to make purchases directly from your MetaMask wallet available. Crypto will be instantly converted to fiat at the point of exchange. It says you can use it every day like you can via Apple Pay and Google Wallet. It's leveraging the MasterCard network. The pilot is launching in the EU and the UK, so Americans won't have access to it just yet. And it looks like you'll need to go to that MetaMask portfolio tab from your MetaMask wallet to see if you are eligible to get this card. But I mean, I think it's a really big deal. I've talked about this a little bit on the show. I think one of the end use cases for crypto in narratives is that you never have to convert crypto to fiat again. And it's been impossible to really do that up until now. And I think now we are finally getting some of the building blocks to actually make that a reality. Like you could we're getting closer to actually becoming bankless, to use the term. And you have this product. Like if you can actually do this and it's accepted at, your grocery store, everywhere you shop, I mean, you really don't have to convert your crypto to fiat on a monthly basis. Like we still need bigger unlocks like cars, houses, and all that. But man, we're getting closer.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. I think it's a very big update. It just goes further to prove that crypto can be used. There's use cases for that as well, and you don't have to buy gift cards in crypto now. You can just get a MetaMask debit card and spend that money, which makes it easier. In Europe, for a moment, there was like a Revolut cards and stuff like that they had. So they had some stuff, but I think that having a MetaMask debit card in partnership with MasterCard is very smart, and probably going to be very useful. Hopefully, the next thing is this card gets you points. Points.
I have a bunch of these sort of cards.
You guys in Europe are ahead on that, right?
Yeah. So Banks is also, and MasterCard are the company that do it with Ledger as well. So Ledger have a card as well.
I don't think over here, man. Not in this.
No, I think it's a European-based card, but yeah, it's basically exactly the same setup. Like you log in Ledger Live and then you have your card and you can pay that way. Crypto.com are probably one of the biggest card providers out there. Like they have a special way of doing it where you have to stake their CRO token.
Yeah.
If you stake a certain amount, you get different like levels of the card. I think globally, Crypto.com is probably amongst the biggest. In the past, like I think Binance explored a card in certain regions, but I don't know if they're still doing that. And then Nexo, which is that Bulgarian, always fudded one. That one has quite a popular card program as well.
Interesting.
Well, for the Ledger card, like, do you have to do anything on your Ledger to approve transactions, or it just works like a normal debit card? You just run it and
the treasury system is accessed through Ledger Live. So you send it to an address, and it's then you manage like which fiats you want to have on the Ledger Live app. It's like an API plugin, I think, to the this bank system, which is clear now doing the MetaMask one. I imagine it'll be similar here.
Got it. Yeah,
but it's good. Like, I
side to it as well.
Yeah, I mean the security sides, but to be honest, like it's kind of similar to a normal credit card. Like whenever I pay with any of these, I have to go through and do an approval either through the app or for like any online purchases, for example. Like if I'm just buying coffee, like it's fine, contactless, that sort of stuff. But yeah, for online payments, you have to do some sort of extra approval normally.
Yeah. It's there's a bunch of cards, right? Like even in the comments right now, we have Easy saying that there was a Binance card. Logan News saying that he has his Gemini card by the mail. Revolut was good, but they had high fees.
Huge fees,
yeah. They I know this one was but Revolut's been around for way long. Like I've known about Revolut for like 8 years, 10 years.
Revolut was a card, like an online bank, which then was moved into crypto. But there are like specific crypto cards.
Yeah, they've been around.
I use Nexo a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't have a ton of money ever on Nexo just because.
Yeah, keep your
run by the Bulgarian mafia. So.
Well, if Mando did not kill himself, everyone, Mando did not kill himself. Anyway, we're gonna get to the market in a minute, Mando. But we started going through Tyler's top 100. Tyler. What else you got for us? I mean, the CBBTC thing seemed to be the biggest and most important news yesterday when it comes to global crypto. So by now, I assume that you are an expert in CBBTC and you can explain to us exactly what it's all about.
Of course. So Wrapped Bitcoin was in the headlines across the crypto Twitter last week. It's on the go. So BitGo is moving its Wrapped Bitcoin business from the US to a global multi-sig. It involves Justin Sun from Tron. It's led to some concerns in the market, and there's been a lot of FUD, some red flags raised. It looks like Coinbase is ready to step in and capitalize. So last night, the Coinbase X account made a very simple post, 5 letters, CBBTE. They went on to follow that it's coming soon, but those 5 letters were enough to start a firestorm of speculation across crypto Twitter, with many jumping to the conclusion that Coinbase indeed will be launching a wrapped Bitcoin alternative of their own. That speculation was basically confirmed just an hour later. Base lead Jesse Pollock stated that the team massive plan to build a Bitcoin economy on Base. So it does look like the CBBTC, this wrapped Bitcoin alternative, is coming to in the near future. As I looked into this a bit, I think so for starters, like why this would matter, I think the goal of wrapping a crypto asset and bringing it to a non.
Oh, we lost him.
There's the Wi-Fi. I think it's becoming a meme.
It's only when he talks as well, which is quite funny.
It's only when he talks. Like it is actually, you're right. It's only when he talks. He doesn't lag when like.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he completely. I mean, what do you know about CBBTC?
The Coinbase thing?
Yeah.
It's a money-making scheme. Like they obviously made a lot of money with Circle. The idea that they would then start wrapping Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean, it's smart, right? Because like the new BitGo thing was gonna have. Would you rather have Bitcoin in custody of Justin Sun or Bitcoin in custody of Coinbase?
Well,
Here's-
BitGo is one of the most well-known
Well,
custodians.
I
in
know
the
they
market.
are, but still, like they're working with
Yeah.
Justin. I mean, his
They
Highness.
really dropped the ball by deciding to do it alongside Justin's son.
What a massive fumble, right? Like they potentially just fucked themselves. Like this is a multi-billion-dollar company that could potentially like really have like it could be either just a slight misstep or a massive fumble. But Coinbase was quick to retaliate here. Tyler, we got you back. You cut, but you're back. So what?
Yeah, I wasn't even saying any P words. So that was a brutal.
No P-word.
So yeah,
So
9.24 billion in wrapped Bitcoin liquidity right now. And then the Arkham posted that Coinbase holds 52 billion of
yeah,
Bitcoin.
dude, that
So
makes
there's
sense.
the question, how much is going to come over? And I saw folks kind of talking about how DeFi summer 2020, that wrapped Bitcoin was a big driver of that. That was a little bit before my time. But that certainly makes sense. And I mean, it's a massive potential unlock. I think the question is, how much are people actually going to move? But if you're base, it totally makes sense to go after this.
Yeah. No, that makes it. I mean, look at how much Bitcoin they hold, right? And you'd figure that most people would rather have Coinbase custody. I mean, 11 ETF issuers definitely prefer Coinbase, right? Over most. So it makes sense. It makes perfect sense for that. Some timeline. I mean, timeline seems to have taken this, in a very, very bullish way. Does that mean anything more for Bitcoin, or is it just like it'll allow? Because I saw, for example, people like Udi saying that Bitcoin season 2 is on, and that it's very bullish for Bitcoin DeFi. Some other people saying that it could be bearish for Bitcoin L2s that were about to be built, etc. Like, do you guys have any thoughts on that? Like, was there any? I can bring up the tweet now that you sent me, Tyler. But do you guys have any more thoughts on that? Maybe people are
On wrapped Bitcoin.
Yeah, like how does it help?
Wrapped Bitcoin is one of the main. Bitcoin DeFi as a thing has been something that people have been trying to solve
Yeah,
for
exactly.
many years, many years. It's one of the grails of crypto still to kind of solve. The only way of doing it at the moment is wrapping it, having it in some sort of storage or some sort of custodian, and then them issuing like a wrapped Bitcoin on the ETH on the ETH network. Now, if there's a way to natively do it and natively do some of that DeFi, I think that the closest right now is what Rune is doing, the Rune ecosystem, Thorchain.
Yeah.
I think they now have a lending protocol where you can natively borrow against Bitcoin. Some Bitcoiners don't want to touch their Bitcoin, but yeah, this has been something that like all the Bitcoin L2s are trying to tap into, because obviously wrapped Bitcoin is only about 10 billion. It's not that big. So that's how much is being used for Bitcoin DeFi essentially. I don't know what Thorchain's TVL is, but I don't think it's not in like the tens of billions. It's definitely, I think it's less than 5. Okay. So a very small fraction of the $1 trillion asset that is Bitcoin is being used for DeFi. There's some like DAI uses wrapped Bitcoin, and I think on Solana, like even JLPs, but it's small in comparison to how big the asset is compared to ETH, compared to Sol, compared to everything else. It's a very, very small fraction. So if you can somehow find a way, Liquidium is someone that's trying to do this too. So this is like the grail, to kind of get Bitcoin DeFi going, get people using it, XYZ.
So DC investor, we like DC, managed to turn this into a Ethereum bull post. So
I'll take the opposite side.
What do you think, Tyler? Here, why don't you read this tweet out for people that are listening live and tell us your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, DC unashamed ETH Maxi says, with Smart Wallet and CBBTC, Coinbase could turn every one of its Bitcoin holders into a base/Ethereum user, and will they stop at earning yield on their Bitcoin and borrowing against it? Many won't. Another reason why Ethereum remains dramatically underestimated and undervalued. I mean, I get this is the bull case, right? I think it's still very niche products. I think we've got a lot of evidence that Bitcoin holders like Bitcoin. I could see them using DeFi perhaps in the Bitcoin economy, if and when that is ready and more user friendly, I don't know that we're going to see a whole lot of converts, right? Really going deep into ETH DeFi and base DeFi because of this product. Like, what has been stopping them from doing it so far, right? Like, you could do it with
nothing, absolutely nothing
already.
from doing it, right? It's available. It's easy to access. Anyone can partake pretty much in DeFi at this stage, right? It's not really that tough. I mean, Mando, do you have any thoughts on this one? Yeah, exactly. Liquidium is doing this native on Bitcoin L1. Yeah, Malaysia.
More thoughts on what I said before? No, not really.
No,
Just
like
that
literally,
it's a big opportunity. Don't go crazy about it. Like, there are other reasons why Bitcoin.
Can you let us find bullish narratives for why
people
Bitcoin
don't like touching their Bitcoin? That's kind of like one of the things around Bitcoin DeFi. It's the same reason why.
It's the lesson we learned with ordinals and runes, right?
Yeah, it's like
I was gonna say,
you don't want to do anything with it.
I was gonna say, you guys can stop this because you're flooding my runes that are already at 0. So if you guys could just kindly,
runes are back. Hate to break it to you.
Runes are back. Well, why don't I give it to you and tell me how back they are?
Go pull up the Magic Eden runes board. I don't want to jinx it, so I don't want to.
Really, you know what's funny? I haven't looked yet. I'm not looking. I open the screen. I bet you that no matter if every rune is back, Pups is down. Let's see.
Even Pups is green. That's how you know.
Oh my god!
It's a good
1% Pups is up to 10 million after being down from 900 million. Let's go! Let's go! Okay.
The comeback, yeah. So the monthly numbers are still red for a lot of these, so I don't want to get up on my skis. But if you saw how low some of these went so low on the yen carry trade crash day.
You're right.
Like, so low that I just wanted to almost cry.
Wait, hold on. Don't cry, Tyler.
Of course I'm not gonna.
Okay,
but RSIC, what was it? Hit 30 million, I think.
RSIC team is good at I have to say they're good at pumping bags.
They're pumping them.
Yeah.
They're going to have to deliver it at some point, but it's back over 100 million.
Yeah. I mean, Leon Diaper here saying very good risk reward on those bad boys. You're right. I mean, when Bitcoin turbo crashes, there has been some very good returns on runes if you caught the bottom, but again, you have to catch that, right? Wasn't there one of them that was listed on an exchange yesterday? That $1 billion cat one? I saw that on my timeline.
Did it get listed? Yeah, I may have missed that.
A listing. I don't have any of it, but obviously it's a rune that I see a lot. There, yeah, I got MEXC, which is not crazy, but still it got listed on an exchange.
They've got a cult following. I'll give them that credit. They were all over Bitcoin Nashville. Those glasses were everywhere.
Yeah.
What I will say, my bear case for $1 billion cat is their nickname is Billy, and my bear case was that the Solana Billy was better, but now the Solana Billy is kind of falling off, and people don't care about it anymore. So that actually might have invalidated my bear.
I just want to preface this by saying that I actually really like the Solana Billy, but every coin, there's cursed names in the space, and Billy to a Billy is cursed. It's one of those things that is cursed. We saw that when that Flywheel fund launched that scam, during Turbo and Pepe. Remember Billy, the GOAT?
I remember well. I actually left the Flywheel group. I was in that group up until that time. I left it.
Brother, that was nice pump and dump, right? The amount of people I know got dumped on that one is wild. But usually when you call your coin that, but I'm saying I like Billy the dog. I like him, and he actually bounced pretty well from the lows, up 31% in 24 hours. So it's got some good cabal over there.
Real quick, I want to come back just to the degens on the CB Bitcoin. They launched a CB BTC ticker, a meme coin.
Who?
I don't know.
Where?
But if you go to the based board, sorry, this is back in meme coins now. If you go to top volume movers, yeah, I think it's number 1 there.
Oh, wow.
CB Bitcoin. I don't know any of this, but I just thought it was funny.
It is fun. I mean, look, it didn't do that bad, right? It's only up 2,500% in 24 hours. So it's not bad. But I do like your point about runes. And then you talked about NFTs. Do you want to go there before I go into market report?
Well, while we're on base, so this is kind of NFTs. So I posted about this yesterday, folks. A lot of us minted those base introduced NFTs back in February of 2023. So about a year and a half ago now. The rumor mill at that time, like we hype ourselves up so much, was that this was the de facto Coinbase base token. They couldn't launch a token, so they launched this NFT. It's liquid like one because there's like 450,000 minted. Anyways, a different group has now latched on to that NFT and they've launched a based coin. And they did a phased launch where you could exchange those base introduced NFTs for the tokens. In phase one, you could get 500,000 tokens per NFT, then 250,000. Now it's down to 25,000. So it's a little bit less appetizing, but the token launched yesterday. It ran up to like 10 million at peak, and it's consolidating a bit here. But this impacts a lot of people. A lot of folks had those. A lot of folks stacked those.
I may have it. I may have some. How do you? It's in my. I guess it would be my OpenSea, my on base. I'd have to check. Not too sure. I may have bought some of that.
I swear I minted like 300 of these because I was just the clown who like fell for this. But I can't find them. So I don't know if they're on one of my old machines or not. That one wallet size haven't migrated. So I got to try to find these.
Yeah, we'll see. We have, of course, we got an MFers shell here in the group. Yo, Leisure, why don't you? Like, I don't know about base meme coins anymore. I was bullish for a hot second.
I'm out.
It's just Solana Casino just keeps on dragging everybody into it, right? So, by the way, before I go to the market, this pump fund conversation, I thought a lot of people were joking, but people are really pissed, huh? Yesterday, like, it got worse after the show. Like, people are really pissed off.
They had like their highest revenue day in a while. I think people are starting to discover that people have been making money.
No kidding.
Photon has made hundreds of millions.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alex is making money, quite a lot of money at the moment. You've had Banana Bot make money, Unibot make money. They've all made over $50 million basically.
No kidding.
And I think the top ones like Photon, Bonkbot, they've made hundreds of millions. And people are like, hold on, like, well,
I'm not making money.
But the thing is, like, it's like,
the best response to that was, if you look at how much Binance makes.
I was gonna say that literally. Oh my god! Literally, my next thing was gonna be Mando. Yeah. Do people want to cancel centralized exchanges for leverage trading? Like,
should we? Point. Like,
should we? Like people are saying that meme coins are dangerous, brother. Leverage trading is more dangerous than meme coins. Like arguably, in my opinion, and they're accessible.
They're both high on the risk scale. Let's put it that way. But I would say that. Yeah, I think this is just a conversation for nobody making money, right?
When everybody's
all of those bots, all of those bots that were mentioned yesterday as well. But they peaked in their revenue a few months ago. It's only really pumped off one that's built up the revenue, but this whole model where they're making it free for creation has really just pumped up their own revenue metrics.
I think Jeebus posted about this. I think I kind of agree. And like for starters, like I'm not angry at Pumped Up Fun. Like again, like they launched a great product, they deserve the success. Basically saying that them kind of tweeting about like their success as a platform versus like highlight success is part of what drove all the pitchforks. Like we may, tacitly the platforms are making a lot of money on the back of this, but I think folks don't want to see it like shoved in their face. Especially when they're losing. And I think folks would rather see, like, why do you show up to the casino, right? You want to see the guy who turns $200 into 50,000 or 100,000. So maybe leaning more into that versus just saying, yeah, we launched 10,000 tokens and we made record-breaking revenue. I don't know. I understand his point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe don't shove it in people's faces, but I don't know. I just find it funny that leverage traders that share the ref links under every post are the ones claiming that pump fund is bad for the space. Like, dude, you're literally sharing like these are the same people that were promoting FTX back then, getting paid by Sam Bankman-Fried to shell his fucking product. That are claiming
everyone wants to go to the casino, but nobody wants to pay the fees for it. Basically,
that's what I don't understand. Like, let me go cancel the Wynn Resort for the fucking money I lost last time I was in Vegas, dude. Like, no, I just won't fly to Vegas again and be a dumbass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know. I have a very much stronger stance on this, I guess, because I just find people I just find it ironic that.
Do you think they'll break this $5 million record daily?
I'm sure.
What
I
would
mean,
it take? What kind of
I don't
trust
know.
me,
Actually,
when
this
Bitcoin's
feels
up,
like peak meme coins to a certain extent, at least in the short term. But
I don't know. Bitcoin's at 100K. What happens to meme coins? And what happens to the casino?
yeah, I agree. Actually,
Short
I
term, though,
don't
you're
know
right.
what. I think it's to do with the changes in the incentives have actually led them to get more money because more things are coming closer to radium, and therefore they don't really care. You know, like Pump Fun really makes their money at the start of the coin, right? Of the coin creation. So they don't really care about the success of the coins. So it's not like, oh, if money goes up, more coins get created. I just it's difficult to work out. Like this is
Yeah.
even this can continue.
Hey, there's I don't know. I just saw like yesterday, like stuff getting more aggressive all the time. I think some people trying to dox the guy and shit like that. It's like, dude, like, I don't
Mm.
know. I don't know. And like, you have all these traders sharing the docs. I mean, I'm just like, dude, like, it's all the big leverage traders that are like claiming that is bad for the space. And then all this, like, I don't know. I just find it ironic. I think we should get Alan on the show. Come fucking ask him what he thinks about all that. There's definitely some things they could be doing better, but the exchanges also make tons of money and nobody's complaining about them. So I thought that was a funny thing. Anyways, Mando, unless Tyler, you got anything else that you feel like I didn't touch on from
the
your?
fun one? The Giga story was fun. I don't know if we want to
Oh,
just
yeah, let's go over that, and then we'll go to the market report. I shared that as well. That was hilarious.
I didn't see this until I saw the Decrypt article come across right before the show. But apparently, the GigaChad model. I didn't even know this was a real guy. I just thought this was like
Yeah, he's a real guy.
internet meme. He came out and endorsed it. He put it on his Instagram. He was wearing like a Giga Fitness shirt or something. He posted it. So like, yeah, recently the Mike Titan, the bodybuilder O'Hearn, he endorsed it, and now like the actual GigaChad model.
Oh, he endorsed it on our new programming. Okay, so Ryan, one of the Decrypt writers, Ryan Gladwin, he's great. He's been doing a new episode, a show called What's the Meta once a week, where he has a big like meme coin dev come on. So he had the mock team, Billy, and now I think Giga, I guess, and then person GigaChad himself endorsed it. And it's up 21%. That's funny.
That coin whipped. Man, remember when we first talked about that wick? God.
Oh, and then it's filled it. Let's see,
It's like
what is
doubled
it?
since then. Like it doubled the wick, I think.
Damn! Oh, it did. Oh,
Not doubled, but it's above the
double,
wick.
but still, it's significant, Tyler. Wow, look at that dump, guys! Look at this. Look at this recovery.
That was the dip to buy. Giga dip, then Giga rip.
If you held that dip, honestly, respect. Like if you held this dip and it's up, how much? It's up 272% from the lows. But if you held that dip, I have a lot of respect for you over here because that. Look at that. That is such a crazy chart. How's Mumu doing? I haven't checked in a bit. Hold on. Let me check on Mumu the Bull because that was the other one that had a okay. Well, there's still a lot of work to do here on that on that wig. But anyways, all right. Well, that's good on Tyler's Top 100. I love it. We got a lot of good stuff in store. Mando, I know we got CPI this morning. How are we looking?
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
Well, I'm surprised because CPI came in slightly less than expected. We have a 2 handle for CPI for the first time, and the market dumped. Well, didn't completely dump, but we had a little mini rally, and then as soon as stocks opened, stocks are down. I think probably just a little bit of caution, let's say. We came in lower than expected for CPI and PPI. There's been a heightened sense of recession fears, I would say, in the US. Again, these sort of figures, they aren't falling off a cliff. It doesn't, this more suits a slowdown rather than, oh my God, we're heading to a recession. So I'm not that worried about this figure, but it feels like maybe the market is more worried about it. They had a good day yesterday. It rallied just shy of 3%. The NASDAQ is down, well, 0.5% today. So nothing crazy, but it did feel like at the moment, crypto is following macro rather than being inverse to it, which it was for a long time. So crypto is rallying when stocks are rallying, and then crypto sold off when they weren't. I think we hit a high of 61 or around 62K on Bitcoin. Solana, I think, hit 152 area, and ETH, I think, hit about 2,780. So we're down about 3 or 4% since those highs probably an hour ago. And I don't really know what to make of this. I've been saying for a while, look, I think we're going to chop for a bit.
Again, 6 months to chop, baby.
I don't think it's 6 months to chop, but I do think it's going to be tough for us to break out before the election. So be prepared for, well, just shy of 3 months, 2.5 months of chop. I think we could still have. So be very, very wary of buying into momentum. You had some people coming out today and being like, Bitcoin's going to go to, 66K all-time highs. I'm wary of that, even though there's inflows into stable coins. I just think we need a big spark to kind of take us above that sort of level. We kind of spoke about yesterday what had been going on with Trump and Harris, and that Harris had hired potentially less crypto friendly advisors.
Over, it looks like it's over Trump here.
Yeah, her odds are increasing again, so people are, I think, getting a little bit more worried about.
It's the super PACs. They're bidding Kamala.
Yeah, exactly. And but today, in terms of, we had Sol's stablecoin volumes been going up. I saw Tyler's post around that, 1 billion in the last 3 weeks. Interestingly,
Wow.
on the ETFs, you have Goldman Sachs coming out and saying they own 418 million of the Bitcoin ETF, which again just ingrains them more and more into crypto. I know Goldman have a crypto desk, for example. There was a record for ETH-L2s. So if you're bullish on the modular narrative, then that's bullish for sure. Although it did look like Jump is continuing to sell their crypto holdings, and it also looks like the Mt. Gox, the final kind of 2 billion-ish odd, is going to be sent to BitGo, or one of the major custodians. So that's going to be distributed, I think, relatively soon. For macro, honestly, it was just around this figure today. It's kind of a good figure, but markets aren't taking it that well, and I think we'll probably just chop around for the rest of the day, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, this I thought it was cool news, by the way. I think $400 million of Bitcoin held as well. So they joined, the skew of banks that you have Goldman, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo. It's looking pretty good. I also really liked what was it? This tweet yesterday from Hunter Horsley saying that again, like a major bank also trusted them for the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. So that was some good stuff. So on that front, like nothing's changed, right? Like the ETFs are still slurping Bitcoin and Ethereum. The markets are here. A well-known bank with 1 trillion in client assets has just approved the Bitwise Crypto Industry Innovators ETF, BITQ, for solicited access for across wealth management. Thrilled to support these advisors. So it's like, the stuff's not stopping. You know what it is? We need people.
We have slow burners. All this stuff. It all will happen. And it's all positive. Well,
people are still on vacation, right, Mando? Like once their kids go back to school and the managers go back to work and want to, see what they're doing with their pension funds and the retirement savings accounts and everything. It looks like we're gonna have, more time. It's just like end of summer type thing. I can't believe I quoted Keyword Monkey yesterday, but I'll quote him again. He said just summer chop, just wait.
Yeah.
No, but he's very right on that.
I think Goldman Sachs is there's a service within banks which is called prime brokerage, where they often do custody for hedge funds. So it's unclear. I need to look into the actual filing itself, whether this is out of their wealth management division, this is out of their prime brokerage division, or this is perhaps out of their trading division. I actually just don't even know. So maybe I'll look into it. But it is positive. You're going to see. I'd be more positive if you started to see big tech institutions start to have a slice of Bitcoin on their balance sheets. That's when I get really bullish. It's obvious all the banks are going to get involved. Like, I don't like the marginal bank buying more Bitcoin or having more on its balance sheet. I think that's just gradual. If you were to see one of the S&P 500 or maybe one of the NASDAQ 100 have Bitcoin on their balance sheet, that's when I'd be like, okay. We have MicroStrategy, but it'd be good to see more and more company, and Tesla obviously have a small holding. But if you saw one of the Magnificent Seven, or even just like one of the top 50 tech stocks, also have crypto holdings in their treasury, I think that would really get people bullish.
Yeah, probably. It's just a matter of waiting. But it's wild. I just realized, like, I was looking, it's like 6 months of range now. Because that range really started at the very end of February. So I was looking this morning and I was like, wait, it's been 6 months. It's the math. So
This is the thing about crypto. You have to have a no sleep season, and then you sleep for the rest of the year. You have to know that you're like, there is a no sleep season where a ton of money is made, and then there's 6 to 9 months of everyone just chopping themselves up and losing a ton of money, and then we all make money again.
good. So basically, sleep for 6 months so you can, take care of yourself, and then no sleep season, and then go back to sleep season, and then no sleep season again. There you go. It's that simple, In the words of Aiden Ross, buy low, sell high. He's Tyler, you saw that clip, right?
I haven't, but that makes total sense.
Let me show you guys. I thought it was funny. I like Aiden Ross a lot, by the way. I just thought that was really funny.
If you guys listen to what I'm about to say, you're going to make a lot of money, all right? Here's a method that I came up with in stocks and in crypto. Don't put laughing emojis and shit. Just listen. Buy when it's low and sell when it's high. Okay, so like for example, when ETH hits $4,000, sell all your crypto. When it goes back down in the 2000s, you buy. You understand what I'm saying?
So yeah, thank you, bootleg thread guy, for the advice. What do you think, Tyler? What do you think of this market?
Deep. So if we chop to the election, we're talking about 9 months of chop. Yeah, I think the sentiment's probably going to be even worse by then, but it does feel like, Q4, early Q1 2025 now seems to be like when we could perhaps see the next round of catalysts, potential legs up. So like we'll see pockets move, between now and then. But I feel like that as a base case does make some sense to me.
Yeah, I guess we'll see where life takes us on that front, and I guess we'll keep chopping. So for the next 6 months, and then up only in 2025. Kobe did say that next year is when the cycle is going to really start. So we're we're just gonna wait. Yeah, there you go. Like someone said, I'm buying resistance and shorting is support. Well, there you go. If every time the CT traders get your Forex at like 62K, you sell, you're probably gonna make money. That's what I'm seeing. Anyways, Mando, anything else in the market? I think it's a wrap, right? I think we've gone around. I don't think there's much.
I think that's it for the week. If I'm honest, in terms of like big data, I think there's a retail sales figure which might be indicative of the strength in the US economy, but I think we were in for a little bit of a quiet period now.
Yeah. When's the next data? Like, is there?
Let me have a look. I think we go quiet for a little bit here.
The next, yeah, because there's no FOMC this month, right? It's in September.
Right. And this was a big week for data. And
September 17th and 18th is the next FOMC. There's no FOMC.
I think there's jobless claims tomorrow. I don't know if that's like the key jobless.
Yeah, those ones are like there's always initial jobless claims kind of every week. But in terms of like the next big stuff, honestly, that was it. Like we have retail sales tomorrow. Then next week, you have the FOMC minutes that come out next Wednesday, but that's basically it. So go chill, go chill.
Yeah, we're a little chilled for now. All right, well, let's pick someone. I think someone.
Nvidia results will be the next big thing for the market. Those on the 28th. I think they're on the 28th of August.
All right,
well, that's 2 weeks today.
Days. Don't chop yourself for the rest of this month, y'all. We're gonna remind you on the show. Don't fucking chop yourself. There's gonna be easy season. You'll probably know when easy season is back. Like there's always an easy period, like probably second wave of the bull, like next leg up, and just chill. Don't chop yourself up. Don't lose your fucking Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever token you're holding, and chill. All right, lads. Let's. Why don't you hear Mando? Why don't you tell me when to stop, and we'll pick someone to win $100 on the show today.
Stop.
All right. Well, Lucky Bonds 28. Lucky Bonds 28. Yep, they did retweet the Spaces. Actually, they retweet every day. So perfect. Lucky Bonds 28 right here for Sims, Tabs, etc. Lucky Bonds 28. Congratulations. You don't need to come up. Don't worry. You win $100. So make a Robit account and we will make sure to credit you $100 for being on the show today. And with that, with that, whoa, time flew. It's already 11. What was that? With that, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rock Radio. Let's go.